This financial habit might be keeping you poor, living beyond your means, how the cycle traps you, and how to break free. It sounds simple. You earn income, you spend it, you maybe save a bit, right? But the reality for many is very different. The financial habit of living beyond your means is one of the most potent wealth killers there is. It doesn't rely on being reckless with big money, and it often hides behind small, seemingly harmless behaviors. Yet over time, these habits compound, just like investments, but in reverse. What does living beyond your means really mean? At its core, it means you spend more than you earn. But even people with fairly decent salaries fall victim to it. According to financial articles, spending more than you make is still the #1 habit keeping people poor, even when they have good income. This often comes down to 3 overlapping issues. Lifestyle inflation. When your income increases and your spending increases at the same or faster rate. Impulse/emotional purchases, the treat yourself mentality, or spending to keep up with others. These add up quietly. Insufficient financial planning. No budget, no savings, no buffer, meaning every dollar is spent, often on the wrong things. Real-life example. The couple with high income and huge debt. Consider a couple in Rochester, New York. They had a reasonably healthy combined income. The husband earned commission as high as $180,000 one year. Yet they found themselves with $127,000 in credit card debt. Their challenge wasn't low income. It was high spending and poor habits. A large mortgage, other high expenses, and lifestyle choices, like financing an $18,000 motorcycle on credit, that drained rather than built wealth. Their story illustrates perfectly how living beyond your means doesn't mean making bad decisions once. It means building a pattern of immediate gratification over long-term planning. Why does this habit keep you poor? Here are the ways living beyond your means drains your financial health. No money left for saving or investing. If every dollar is spent, you have nothing put aside to build wealth. Early investing is one of the simplest paths to financial growth, but you must have leftover capital to invest. Debt accumulation. If you're using credit or loans to fund your lifestyle, you're paying interest, fees, and you're effectively working for your lender instead of growing your own balance. Vulnerability to shocks. Without an emergency fund, a single job loss, car repair, or health bill can wipe you out or push you into high-interest debt, reinforcing the poor cycle. This is listed often among financial experts' warning signs. Psychological burden. Constant stress about money. Balancing spending with bills, feeling the need to keep up, reduces your ability to make rational decisions. And that means opportunities slip by. Example, lifestyle inflation creeps in. Imagine you get a raise. Excellent. Now you drive a modest car, you have a reasonable apartment, you're comfortable. But because you now can afford it, you upgrade the car, spend more on dining out, buy more tech gadgets. Maybe move into a fancier apartment. The raise disappears into higher expenses. This phenomenon is called lifestyle creep. You end up with the same financial baseline. You're still only meeting expenses, maybe even falling behind, while spending more. In years where income jumps, your savings rate should go up or stay the same, not your spending. If you don't adjust, the raise becomes invisible in your net worth. The mindset shift, why ask differently matter. One simple statement captures the difference between staying in this trap and breaking out. Can I afford this? Versus how can I afford this? In the second version, you assume the goal, buying the car, vacation, gadget, and ask how to fit it into your overall financial strategy. In the first version, you're just reacting, as creating wealth is more about system than luck. Changing the question you ask yourself can begin to change the financial results you'll get. That shift, asking how instead of just if, creates planning, mindset, accountability. 3 practical steps to break the habit. Lie below your means. Track your income and your monthly expenses for 30 days. Identify where you spend more than necessary. Then aim to spend at least 10 to 20% less than your income and redirect the difference into savings/investments. Financial experts call this the most reliable habit for wealth accumulation. Automate your savings/investments. Set up automatic transfers from your checking account right after payday e.g., 10% to savings, 10% to investments, then live on what's left. Experts recommend paying yourself first, not spending first, then saving whatever remains. Slow the lifestyle upgrades. Whenever you get a raise, bonus, or extra cash, commit to keeping your current living standard for at least 6 to 12 months. Use extra income to build buffer, invest, and only upgrade spending when you've reached defined goals. Emergency fund, investing target, debt paid. This prevents lifestyle creep before it begins. One user shared how they made the change. I've always been terrible with money, despite making decent income, $68,000. After tracking every transaction for a full year, I discovered the small daily purchases added up. That $4.75 coffee 3 to 4 times a week was over $800 a year. 6 months later, I had built $3,000 emergency fund and started contributing to retirement. This story shows how real change comes from attention to the small things that feed the living beyond your means trap. You don't need to make millions overnight to escape the habit of living beyond your means. What you need is discipline, clarity, and a mindset shift. Spend less than you earn, invest early, and avoid the trap of automatic lifestyle upgrades. Remember, income is important, but what you do with your income, how you manage it, save it, invest it, will determine whether you build wealth or just spend it. Break the habit now, and your future self will thank you. The habit keeping you poor isn't how much you earn, it's how much you spend. Spend less, save early, and invest wisely. Remember, wealth isn't built overnight. It's built by changing your habits one smart decision at a time. If this video opened your eyes, hit that like button, drop a comment with your thoughts, share this with someone who needs to hear it, and don't forget to subscribe to Moneyverse for more weekly lessons that help you think smarter, earn better, and live richer.